Hi there guys, it's Jai from Body Conquest. Today I am going to talk to you about protein bars, and in specific we're going to actually talk about the Quest bars that seem to be all the rage out there at the moment. Now I know that they taste good, and you know, it seems like they're a really great way to be able to get your protein dose in during the day as opposed to eating steak all the time. But there are a few things that I do think that you need to consider when you're talking about protein and protein bars. Now, at first impression, I think that the nutritional numbers that Quest bars actually purport to have in their bars looks really impressive. You know, they say they've got high protein, high fiber, low carb and low fat, and that all seems pretty good. Now the problem is that the type of carbohydrates that they are using in the Quest bars and the fibers, what they're using is something that's called an isomalto-oligosaccharide. Now, it's a big long word essentially for a carbohydrate that takes so long to break down that they essentially believe that it's like a sugar alcohol and that your body won't absorb it. It takes too long to break down. Now, essentially it looks like a little bit of a goopy sort of liquid. Now the thing is that the process in creating it, what they tend to do is they apply enzymes to various foods. Technically it's not considered a sugar because of those long chains. Now the problem is that the process in which it is digested by the human body differs from how they actually measure these calories out. So what they actually do when they measure calories to do with carbohydrates is they put it into an enzyme and chemical breakdown tank, and they break things down over a process of about 16 hours. Now our small intestine and digestive process doesn't last 16 hours when it comes to food. So there are going to be some inaccuracies just with that aspect alone when it comes to whether or not our body is absorbing the carbohydrates that are involved. Currently, the Quest bar company, who is actually owned by GNC, are actually being sued. The claims are that the fiber count and the protein counts are actually out of whack from what they are actually describing on the labels. They're apparently overstating the amount of fiber that's in the bars by as much as 1,000%. Okay, which is quite a lot of an overstatement. That means that they've probably only got about 3 to 4 grams of actual fiber in them. And I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever tried to eat the equivalent of what amount of fiber these Quest bars have, which is about 18 grams they claim, if you've ever tried to consume 18 grams of fiber in something else like, say, a psyllium husk fiber, it's pretty hard to do. Okay, it's actually pretty yuck. So I don't know how they can get away with making this claim. 18 grams of fiber is a pretty difficult number to believe that they have in these protein bars, especially when they are quite a palatable sensation in them. The other claim that they're trying to make is the dose of protein, and in quite a few studies they've shown that the protein doses were far below what they were claiming. Already, you know, even beyond the 20% threshold that the FDA allows. Now, also one of the problems, and this is something that we've always had a bit of an issue with here at Body Conquest, is the type of proteins that they use as well is mostly whey proteins. A lot of bars tend to use some other ones that make it more palatable, but they are not of good quality. The problem with using a whey protein in a protein bar is the baking and storage of it is going to denature, and so therefore you're losing the benefits of what the protein is. Now, that, you know, along with a lot of the labeling laws that, you know, dictate what you can and can't write on and what you can get away with claiming on protein bars, is the big reason why here at Body Conquest we just don't allow our clients to use them. Essentially, if it looks like a candy bar and it smells like a candy bar and it tastes like a candy bar, it isn't a rodeo clown, guys. It's not going to be the same thing as having a protein shake with some plant food added to it and some flaxseed meal, or it's not going to replace a whole food version of that meal. Okay, so try to stay clear of those Quest bars unless you're just looking for something of a taste, because it's not giving you much more than that. Now, just additionally guys, if you like this video and you're thinking more about it, make sure you do subscribe to our channel, click on like, share the video with your friends, maybe even drop a comment or two. I'll catch you later.